So let's get started. Start with our mission statement. Our mission here is to create the greatest group of professional traders compiled in the world. We work tirelessly every day to improve our individual selves and push each other to get the most out of one another. With each individual's personal accountability, 100% effort, and consistent actions towards focusing on our controllables, we will each reach our full potential individually and as a family. I, Stefanos, pledge to be the best version of myself today, to do whatever it takes to be the greatest trader that I can be and to be the most self-disciplined person that I know. I will do the things I have to do today, regardless of how I feel, one day at a time, 1 hour at a time, 1 minute at a time. I will control what I can control and not worry about anything else. Reminders, we do not overtrade, we do not over-risk. Don't need to catch a trade today. 1 to 2 trade ideas per day. 3 if you see that perfect setup. Capital preservation over capital appreciation, aka risk management, is number 1. Keep your trading plan in front of you. Serge and I put together a nice trading plan yesterday, and he put it on Word, which I loved. It looked awesome. I don't know if you're there, Serge, but yeah, I loved it. Focus on making smart decisions today. All right, that's the main focus. Not stacking trades or anything like that. It's stacking smart decisions in the market, not only the entry but also the exit and the way you manage that trade as well. We are system oriented. Now, how much money can I make on this one given trade? Have a sense of urgency today with your daily musts. Eliminate excuses and any victim mindset, and full accountability for your actions. What's up, Lenny?
Good morning.
Morning, buddy. How are you?
Not too bad.
Awesome. Got everyone piling in here. So Wednesday, again, we got a kind of a late economic calendar day until tomorrow and then Friday. But when it comes to today, we have Williams speaking. I know Powell spoke yesterday. Macklin spoke as well. And they kind of reiterated their hawkish sentiment and talking about, the job data and how that's kind of affected their stance. And the fact that job data is so strong in the U.S., that also shows them that they can continue to increase rates because they're trying to get demand down. So the stronger that the job data is going to be as we move forward throughout the coming months, the more that they're going to be inclined to increase rates. So just keep that in mind when it comes to the data. Again, FOMC member Williams speaking. I'm sure he's going to be echoing what Powell was speaking up here yesterday. Barr is going to be speaking as well. We have final wholesale inventories coming out today as well. 10-year bond auction, and then Waller is going to be speaking. Waller is typically someone that has some weight in the market. Whenever he speaks, there's it's kind of like Powell when he speaks as well. So that'll be at 1:45 Eastern today. So that is our economic calendar right now. If we take a look at GJ, monthly pretty much looks the same, right? We're kind of coming down. We're in this higher time frame range on the weekly and the daily, somewhere in this area, kind of rejecting that 160 range. Sitting right now at 158.300. So looking at the weekly right now, again, this current weekly candle is pretty bearish. We're holding that previous resistance for last week. Bouncing off that area. Just get a drink of water.
Morning.
Morning, buddy. How you doing?
Good.
Good day at work?
Yeah, man. Last one for the week. So
nice.
That's even better.
That's nice to hear.
Yes, sir.
Focus on back testing, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Good shit. Good shit, man. Up that skill.
Yep.
Sense of urgency. All right, so the current weekly candle created that top wick. We have flipped bearish. We could very well be continuing down, but looking at the daily now, daily candle yesterday ended up closing bearish, right? We got a nice bearish move yesterday, right? Kind of breaking down over here, passing the low of the previous candle, coming all the way down. Are we creating another higher low over here to continue back up, or are we going to finish this move off and continue right back down to 156? Right, is this candle just creating that top wick to then flip bearish and continue down? All right, so let's take a look. I know we have this area right in here that we've held as support and resistance in the past. Let's see if we can hold that area as a resistance to continue down. Looking at the 4 hour. Yeah, 4 hour. You could keep that there just mainly because you have that support right there over here and then over here. But right here, we ended up breaking below that previous support over here, right? And continuing down, creating that low, coming right back up to retest that area perfectly. I'm going to make this thinner just so that you don't have to focus on it too much because you do have a clean move coming into that area. But anyway, we retested this area, holding that resistance again and got that hard move yesterday. But right now we're holding some kind of a support right over here, and we've held that same support in the past. So we're bouncing up off that area. I'm seeing if we have, I don't want to draw any trend line there just yet. But right now we are creating some kind of a higher low right over here, right? But I do think that price at some point is going to come up into this area. What we are doing is respecting this trend line, right? So what I want to see happen here is price come up into this area. I don't know if it's worth taking buys into this area, but I want to see price come up into here, hold a resistance, right? And then bounce off that area to possibly continue down. I could see it maybe breaking through that area, breaking above this 158,700 level, holding support, and then continuing back up to 159,700 or 160, coming up into that previous support as well. So those are two things that could possibly happen right now. Or we could hold some kind of a resistance in here and then continue back down. Let's see the 1 hour. Okay. 1 hour now. Just going to adjust this back down right in here. Got multiple rejections of that area, holding support. Adjust that right there. And right now what we're doing is rejecting this previous resistance. So we came up into this area. So Sharjeel, this was that candle we were talking about? Oh no. Was it? No, that was last night. So this was the deeper pullback, it looks like, that happened, and then we just continued up. This candle didn't even have a bottom wick.
Could you go into the 30-minute?
Yep. Yeah, I was just looking at the 1 hour first. What'd you take this based off of? Let's see.
Oh, I think I know where it is.
30-minute. Okay. Oh, right here.
Yeah, right there.
So you took that move. Let me just measure above there. Yeah, I mean, to be honest with you, you did only have the 16 pips. So that's one thing kind of against you for this move, right? Again, it's a clean move that I could see continuing up, especially with that candle, but you have a 16 pip range back up to that recent resistance. Not much volume because it was pre-London, but don't worry about that so much. More so worry about the fact that we were rejecting this area right over here multiple times. We rejected here and then we closed below right here. Again, I do like this candle because it is strong and we are holding support right here. Right? But yeah, I guess this candle came down. Let's take a look at the lower time frames of what exactly happened here. 215, 230. So these two candles, you got that nice bounce off of this area, especially with that candle right there. Then this is the first candle that kind of rejected that area. And then we got another one that rejected that area. Now, right here, based on the 15-minute, this is one of those candles where it passes the low and the high. Now, if you do that with a clean move to the left and you have a bigger range, I could see you taking something like that. That's more of an advanced entry, impulse entry. But it's just something to look out for price to end up doing so. But you ended up putting your stop loss, I'm sure, like right here.
Yeah, it was right there.
Okay.
Like just below.
Yeah. I mean, it's hard to argue with that being wrong. The only thing I could say is that it was a very small range, only 16 pips, and we did reject this area multiple times. So we never actually got a close above that resistance yet. That's why it's kind of dangerous to take anything with that getting that close,
Yeah, it was kind of best of the 15-minute as well, which I shouldn't
I was really looking deep into the 15-minute time frame,
Okay.
and yeah, I only lost like 0.4% on the trade as well.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. Good stuff. For those of you guys that don't know, we were talking about this before. This was Sharjil's trade that he took before, and it looks good, right? It looks like it should be playing out, but again, this range right here is small. And what happened was he took it after the bottom wick was formed and then passed the high of that wick, and then it came down again to create that bottom wick again, and then it passed the high to continue back up. So it's again, it's hard to argue with that. Like that's one of those things where your setups aren't always going to play out, right? They're going to play out maybe 8 times out of 10, but sometimes this will end up happening. But I do want you guys to keep an eye on this happening, especially on GJ and gold, where this candle will pass the low of this candle right over here, grab liquidity, flip bullish, and pass the high. As long as you have a lot of volume in the market, I could see this thing playing out over here and at least getting like a 1-to-1. I've seen that a few times. So something to just keep note of. All right. But right now, as far as current price action, let's go back up to the 1 hour over here. 1 hour is kind of ranging in this area, right? We are holding a higher low in this area as well. Just got this rejection where this candle came all the way down, flip bullish and close bullish. But right now we do have this resistance that is not worth, trying to take any kind of buys yet. We keep rejecting that area. But let's take a look right here. Is it worth taking? Yeah, I mean you have 35 pips in this area. So that's enough on GJ. Not only that, but you do have these candles in this range, right? So you got clean candles in that range, but what are you going to wait for, Sharjeel, before you take any buys?
I'm gonna wait for a close above that area.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I was thinking to myself as well in London, should I have just waited for that close above? It would have been more thingy, but it was just that kind of that feeling where I'm gonna miss this whole move up, and yeah,
That pre-FOMO?
yeah,
Yeah, that happens. Can't let it happen, though.
yeah,
Not let it happen. But this is one of those situations where it's like, okay, we've been bearish for the last 2 weeks, I would say, or actually for the last week, right? Last week we ended up very bearish, created this low. We come up, we start the week pretty bearish as well with yesterday. This is one of those times where you more likely would like to wait just for that resistance to form, something like this, right? Before continuing down. This isn't a big enough range to trade in, but this could be.
yeah.
Only
Like,
because this is all choppy. But if you get good price action above 158 400, I could see you taking a buy and taking
yeah,
these short-term buys, but know the limitation of your trade, because I could see price breaking back above this area, holding support, continuing up there, and then possibly consolidating in this area until we then continue right back down.
yeah. I knew as well. Like, I had to be taking safe buys above 158 400, but it was just that feeling that I can just catch an extra few pips. So it was just that. So
That feeling will hurt you,
yeah,
as you know. So just be aware of it and kind of kid yourself. Remember, focus on good decisions in the market.
yes,
And again, I don't even think your decision was that bad, but there were a few things playing against you. So it's good to know that you can look back on the trade and be like, oh, okay, there's some things that I could have controlled here and maybe
yeah,
stayed out, instead of just like completely, all your confirmations play for you. You made the good decision and then it just doesn't play out. That happens. Even those happen. But as long as you can control your decision making with staying out when you don't have all the confirmations that you're looking for, then at least you can live with that decision and know that, okay, I can learn from this.
yeah. Thank you.
Just a lesson. Absolutely. So I would wait for price to break out of there. I wouldn't take any sells in here or any trades in here. Search coming back in. I should narrow this down a little bit. down to this area right there. And then down here, you do have like a support right here. And I would say that you got a clean move coming down into that area. Or like enough pips, like a big enough range, 35 pips. But I'm just going to mark this whole thing off as green. Actually, I would probably mark this off. Let me see. Yeah, I'd mark this more off like an orange range. All right, I could see you possibly, if you get like a nice setup right here, something like that, I could see possibly taking that sell, but it's not necessarily a green range because of this price action. You could bounce off that area at any time. So that'd be more so an orange range. Now this range right here could end up becoming green if we do come up into this area and we're holding that resistance and you get a clean move over here and price holds that resistance. This can eventually become green, but right now I wouldn't be touching it. Right, as far as like buys or sells or anything like that, I would just stay out. Make sense? And then up here, I would say this will be green as well. If you can hold that support and continue back up, I would say that's something that you could take up. But we'll worry about that when the time comes. Now looking at gold, I know we were kind of ranging for you guys a little bit this morning, not as much volume. Actually, you know what? I'm going to bring this up and mark off the current weekly wick. And if you take a look, you got all these wicks over here to the left, and then you got that wick right there. So we're just going to mark that off for now and then see what we got. But as you guys know, with the strong job data coming out, the Fed's been come out more a little bit more hawkish, and we're getting some kind of a correction of this huge move since November over here. So looking at the weekly last week ended up closing extremely bearish, right? Barely a bottom wick though, and so far we're still holding a higher low. We're still holding a support somewhere in this area here. So I'm just going to mark that off right now. We'll see what we're doing as we go down the time frames, but right now this could just be pulling back to then continue right back down, especially after a close like this, right? Liquidity grab, flip bearish past the low of the previous, and close very strongly. Right, so we could very well be creating a top wick and continuing down the second half of the week, or just closing like a weak bullish candle. Next one creates a top wick past the low, and then we continue down next week. Right now, so far, like I said, we're holding that support right in that area, right? And we recently broke our previous support right over here with this candle. So we came down, holding a strong support over here. Are we coming up to create a higher low, or are we going to create this lower high and then continue back down and retest that low? Let's see. I would actually just adjust that right there. That's your zone. I know it's a little bit thicker than we normally have, but got a previous resistance, multiple rejections, and now this support over here, price is bouncing off of. And honestly, if you want to, you see that we've been kind of respecting this this little trend right here. This price has been pushing up from that area. I know you got this whole area that you got to encompass, but you know, we have been respecting this area and now bouncing off potentially. Yeah, see that? Multiple rejections. Right here. Again, don't pay too much attention to that trend line. It just helps you out. It's just a little guidance. I'm just going to adjust this back down to here. Price holding that support. Now, what we ended up getting here, we have a clean move to the left, and we ended up getting a strong close above that resistance right there. We rejected it here, and then with these candles as well, failed to close above that area. Now we finally closed above that area. So far, this candle is respecting the low of the previous candle, and we're now retracing back above that area. So we're respecting this area right now. Can we continue up over here and grab this move? Potentially. So far, we got the range on our side, 158 pips. And again, the candles on our side as well, and a clean move to the left. Now looking at the 1 hour, 1 hour is giving us that deeper pullback here. Yeah, somewhere in there, right? So can we get a strong bullish candle close over here? It looks like the 30-minute may have just closed bullish. Yep, 30-minute just closed bullish. We do have this resistance over here. I mean, that's a strong candle. I could see price continuing up from here, especially based on the 4 hour and the 1 hour and how this candle's pushing up. Maybe you want to wait for the 1 hour candle to close bullish like this, because we do have multiple rejections right here. And probably not enough pip range to take that up. You got about 35 pips right there. So that might be enough. Let me see the 15-minute. I could see this thing continuing up and holding this support over here. I may actually end up, it's not the ideal setup, but with a stop loss down here, does anybody see this thing continuing up? And it kind of becoming like an intraday trade?
Yeah.
Yep.
With the 4 hour flipping as well.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Now, Williams is going to be speaking at 9:15. I don't think he's going to be saying anything different than Powell did yesterday or Powell did on Wednesday last week. We don't have any data coming out. I would like to see us hold like a higher low in here. If we hold a higher low and we're not like rejecting this area, I could see this continuing up, because you got to understand, like, we do have these rejections right here, right? So obviously safe buys are going to be above that area. And, you know, again, you could always wait for this, and you got 135 pips right there that you could be mirroring to the left. But let's see what we end up doing, right? Maybe I think with this current price action, it's probably best to trade off the 4 hour and the 1 hour instead of trying to trade on the 30-minute, having that tighter stop loss or anything like that. I'd rather see us hold this support and close bullish, for the first time on the 1 hour at least, instead of the 30-minute, and just stay, not get that FOMO. Like, I'm afraid we're not going to catch this trade or anything like that. Let's just see and wait what we end up getting over here. All right, but I can see this continuing up and breaking through this area with New York volume to continue up, because London volume, pre-London, broke us through that resistance, right? Now we're pulling back. Now can we continue that move up? We go back to the daily again. Yeah, the daily created a small bottom wick and passed the high of that candle. How much higher can it go? That's a good question, right? We could very well, I could see this candle also exhausting in this area, creating like a weak bullish candle and then continuing right back down. That could happen as well. Let's see the dollar right now for today. Dollar. Okay. We're actually I'm gonna re-break down the dollar for a second. And again, remember, the way we break down charts, everything is the exact same on stocks, currencies, options, commodities, all that stuff. Everything's the exact same with price action. So right over here, I'm just, it gets a little confusing because we are, what's it called? We are ranging basically on the higher time frames between these two areas right here. You do have this area that we're respecting, kind of like a higher low. We kind of like fake that whole area out, creating higher lows here. We've been pushing up, and now we're going to focus more on the most recent support resistance right in here, right? So we broke above that resistance, held support, thank you, and then continue right back up to create this new high, which we rejected once the Fed got more dovish. So that's kind of reacting to that previous support over there to the left. But what we did was we created a new high. We came right back down to this area. And now we're holding a support on the monthly. The weekly over here, again, holding the same support. We could kind of narrow that in. Strong support over here. Once we break above this area, you're kind of breaking structure. All right, so if we could break above this area, you're going to see more dollar domination and price continuing back up to retest that high. And then you're going to see gold continue down. But I don't know if that's going to happen because right now, last week, the dollar ended up closing with no top wick. It did get a nice liquidity grab in here and flip bullish and close bullish. But now this candle has no bottom wick either. And now we're starting to retrace from that area. Right? So can we start to continue down? And if that's the case, you're going to see gold continue up. All right. So now I'm just going to narrow this in. Kind of had like a little fake out right over here. Price created this high. Let's see. So I could see the dollar over here. This was that previous resistance that we just broke above. I could see us creating that high and maybe holding support down here to then continue back up. And if that's the case, you'll see gold continue down. But if right now this is that lower high that we're forming, we take a look over here. We've been respecting this little bearish trend, this minor bearish trend right here, right? And kind of creating a lower high. Every time we do that, right, we get this impulsive move. All these moves right there. So can we anticipate something like that? And if that's the case, is gold going to continue up from here? You guys see what I'm talking about? So that's kind of how you use the dollar indice or the dollar US dollar currency index to basically understand where gold's possibly going to go. But that's the daily. So looking at the 4 hour now, the 4 hour, we can adjust this over to here. And that's that previous resistance. We got a fake out right here. Price held support. This is the perfect fake out right here, by the way. Right? Where price came back down, held support, and then shot up. And then not only shot up to the previous resistance, but broke through it. So now we're kind of holding this resistance over here. We got that double top. Nice rejection right there. Then a nice strong bearish candle here, knowing that we could probably fill this wick and come back down to that support. And now we're kind of just ranging in this area. So if we break below this area on the dollar, gold's going to continue back up. Now, if we hold this support and continue back up to either retest this area to get like a triple top or break above that area to continue up and mirror the move to the left over here, back up to that area, then gold's going to continue to drop. So right now we're sitting in a range over here in the dollar. And now you can honestly kind of see like a fake out of this area. Rejected right there, rejected right there. Then we came back above that area. It looked like we were continuing up, but no. We faked it out and continue right back down. And we've been creating lower highs ever since. So the question is, are we going to hold this support? Got the 30-minute. 30-minute really is just kind of like ranging right here. So a lot has to depend on really this area right here, but I want to see if price ends up closing back above this area to continue back up to 103,400. If that's the case, you'll see gold continue back down. You see how we're kind of retracing over here? Again, this was such a, keep in mind, this was such a strong bearish move right over here, right? Being that that's such a strong bearish move, these candles are fairly weak, right? This candle hasn't even closed yet, but these candles are pretty weak. So, you know, is this candle going to retrace after passing the high? Because this candle, right over here, this candle closed a really weak bullish candle, but held support nonetheless. And then this candle passed the high of it with a small bottom wick and then retraced all the way back down to here. So can this candle pass the high of that candle, retrace all the way back down to there, or close like a doji? and then continue right back down, being that the dollar's holding support. Let's look at the 4-hour. See how the 4-hour starting to come back below that area? Look at that. Just saved ourselves a loss. Instead of getting premature and, just trying to jump into a trade, not knowing what's going to happen. It looked like it could continue up. That was a strong 30-minute close, but the 1-hour didn't even close bullish yet. So now we may be able to capitalize on a fake out potentially over here. It's a choppy range. You may want to stay out of that. But I want to see what ends up happening over here. I think a safe stop loss somewhere up here, you may be able to grab this move coming down. Let's see the daily again. You know what? Based on the daily, I may stay out, especially because we don't have a volatile day. Like I said, I don't think any of the Fed speakers are going to be rattling the markets today. I think this thing is just probably going to push up like it did, and now end up the day retracing somewhere down to here. And this is too messy of a range to try to capitalize on a fake out. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Does that all make sense to you guys? Everything clear?
Yeah.
Okay. You have any questions?
No, not really.
So many drinks here now. I got a coffee, water. Okay, so this thing's starting to flip. We'll keep an eye on that. Let's go back to GJ for a second. So GJ is starting to approach that resistance over here. Can we close above? Looks like the 15-minute rejected it already. Right? Last time we were in this area, rejected pretty hard. So now this, you can really draw this kind of like this. Yeah. So if you get a close above that area, I could see price continuing up. But right now, so far, the 15-minute did create a higher low, which is nice, right? But at the same time, we did reject that area. That's the 5-minute, excuse me. 15-minute, again, rejected that area. We did create that higher low. Strong 15-minute close, right? But, same exact thing that happened during London over here, right? You don't want to be taking a premature buy and getting stopped out before price continues in your direction. Right. And it's unfortunately, Sharjeel, you had to be the guinea pig, but it's good that everyone else saw that and can now take note of that in their trading AAR, especially yourself, so that you don't do that again. Pride yourselves on not making the same mistakes twice. If you make it twice, you better not make it a third time. All right, that should be like a skill set, a superpower that you guys have.
Okay.
So let's see. I want to see the. We're going to be waiting for the hour anyway on GJ here, being that the 8 o'clock is only 12 minutes away. So let's see if this 30-minute and 1 hour can close above that resistance. And if that's the case, I could see us catching these short-term buys. Okay. US 30. Ooh, US 30 is continuing down here. I like this. Okay, let's do a breakdown. Okay. The monthly over here, obviously last month ended up closing, well, pretty much last week, but ended up closing a strong bullish candle, holding support at 33,000. Right? Holding support at 33,000, previous resistance as well. And now we're also rejecting this area as well. Excuse me. So right now you got 33,000 marked off, and then you got, 34,900, I would say, that previous wick. But we're going to take a look at this resistance right over here that we've been retesting multiple times and also rejecting. But right now we're creating higher lows, so you got to keep that in mind. You're also kind of like respecting this trend line here, right? Kind of creating these higher lows ever since this higher low. You pull back, keep creating higher lows from here. Strong bullish candle from there. Now we rejected this previous resistance, 34,500, and now this candle is creating a higher low and pretty strong. on the current weekly. But now you're starting to see this resistance and these rejections over here. You do have this area right over there, so maybe you could catch a buy in here. But then you have this resistance and a fairly clean move to the left over here. Once you break above this current resistance, you got that wick to fill and a clean move to retest 35,400. So looking at the 4 hour, actually looking at the current price action here, you guys to take a look here. We've been kind of holding this trend line. Don't pay too much attention to this, but it does make sense because it keeps bouncing off that area. But what you're seeing here, more importantly, is price still holding this previous resistance and support as support, creating higher lows from here as well. You got a nice strong daily candle close yesterday, right? So, and then also following a doji candle right here, bullish doji candle. So we're holding some kind of a support right there. Nice bounce, kind of closed above these bodies over here. So can we get a pullback and price continue up from here? Or are we going to reject this whole area and fake this area out? So we had this resistance right over here, but I'm sure like it's going to probably be in there because you have all these wicks, right? And it's not like you really want to take any kind of buys into that area anyway. It doesn't have enough strength to continue up, not enough optimism in the market. Right now, we're getting a nice rejection of this area. And we keep rejecting that area pretty hard. So I like the 4 hour so far. The 1 hour looks great for potential sells. I think I'm going to actually execute on something like this. Let me just get this ready here. Because I was looking at this. 30-minute is lining up as well, right? Look at all that. Now you do have 10 minutes left before the hourly close, right? But you got a clean move to the left over here. If you put your stop loss somewhere up here, I think this should be safe to continue right back down, at least into this area over here. So let me, everyone seeing what I'm seeing here?
Yes, sir.
What's up, Carlos?
Hey, what's up? What's up? Good morning.
Morning, man. How are you?
I'm feeling great, man. How about you?
Sounds like you are. I love it. Doing great,
Yes,
man.
sir.
Okay. Okay. All right. So I just entered this as it broke the low, and my stop loss is above. This is the 30-minute. So it's above this resistance right here. Right there. So I'm looking to capitalize on the multiple rejections, the lower high right here, clean move to the left, breaking this support as well, multiple things, and then coming into New York volume as well, and not as much optimism in the market, right? So I'm looking to see how this can potentially continue down from here. Right now, my exit plan, you guys always have to have an exit plan, is if price starts closing back above this previous support over here, right? I'm going to be closing 50. Nope. Go back. There you go. Make sense? Now, could I put it right over here? My stop loss? Sure. But again, it's a volatile pair, and I just don't want to be caught in any kind of like pullback like that, and then price continues down. So I'm just going to journal this real quick since we don't have anything else going on our other pairs. I want to see a correction of this move up. Guys, if this doesn't make sense, let me know. I'll break it down more for you. Yes, it does.
Looking at gold right now, pushing down.
It's pushing down, giving like a fake out.
Yeah.
Now gold doesn't have the traffic though that US 30 does, for me at least. Short US
Yeah.
30 on 2/8/23. What time is it? I took that at 7:53. Yeah. What am I doing? What's that? Two 8/23. Best day of the year. So I'm trying to capitalize on almost like the fake out of these candle bodies over here. It could be a little premature of a trade, but I just love the setup. I love what it's given us right here. I want to see a complete correction of this move right here. We'll see if we get it. Give me an update on gold. Is it actually like dropping?
No, it's rejecting so far. It's right at the support.
Okay. Let me take a wider angle shot of this. So I'm hoping that 8 o'clock volume gives us that move, or that volume to push us down, and also my stop loss is wide enough here, and I'm always trading based on hold on, this is the 1 hour. Always trading based on percentage, right? I'm not just trading on lot size. You know, it doesn't matter where my stop loss is; it's still the same percentage of what I want. Let me label this real quick. One multiple.
GJ's pushing up as well.
Nice. Okay. Is it we're gonna need the we got 3 minutes left, so we're gonna need that close below above that resistance, right? 34
Sir.
180. Two beautiful lower high formed. This is almost like an impulse volume push. You see this, Quentin?
Oh yeah. But that's the
Pulse.
30.
This is the 30-minute. And we're starting to get volume with New York. Right? Got a strong bearish candle close. You know, it did close above that support right there, but we're really trading based on the higher time frames as well. And how we created this lower high, past low of that weak bullish candle, filling that wick. And now with a clean move to the left, we should get the volume. Plenty of room to manage risk too, if we need to.
Yeah, looks good.
After pulse push and price past the low of UBS wick. So let's see what we end up getting here. Wait a minute. Take a 15-minute screenshot. Actually. Guys, I got 31. Where's Charlie? 31 screenshots yesterday on the GJ trade.
Is that a personal record?
No, I've gotten 50 something, I think. I mean, I'm sure it gets
Good
excessive.
going,
But...
man.
What's up?
Good going.
Let me see what I got yesterday. GJ 31, 32, 3, 4, 35 pictures. All right, 31, 32, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, GJ gave us a nice move yesterday.
It's looking good right now, GJ.
Is it? Okay, let's go back.
Close
Nice.
above.
We got a nice close above.
Yeah.
Let me see the 30-minute. Okay, so now what you could do right now is possibly place your stop loss below this 30-minute candle. That would certainly be safe, right? Now you got to just measure your stop loss, right? 21 pips. Your target will be 30 pips. I mean, you could do that right now. It's passing the high in the first minute, but I do think like if you put your stop loss right here, that would be big enough for you to manage risk anywhere in here if we do end up closing below. Get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Let me see the 1 hour. Yeah, 1 hour looks great to continue up. We're starting to get the New York volume. 4 hour looks great as well, passing the high of the previous. I think we should at least come up into 770 over here. You could wait if you guys want to feel more comfortable. You could wait for a further pullback down into this area, but I think it did create a nice bottom wick. I could see it pulling back over here and then continuing up. But again, if you have a stop loss down here, you'll be fine. Obviously, you're not going to make as much as if your stop loss was up here, but now you're safe. You're not sweating it out.
Yeah, I'm in this trade.
With this stop loss?
Yeah.
Good shit. You learned. You learned, my friend. Who else is in this? I'm not in this right now.
No, I'm not in it.
Okay.
I'm in the
I could see this playing out. Now, this is technically a breakout here. And on breakouts, you really want the 1-to-1, right? So the 1-to-1 really is up here. So maybe if you guys want and you're not comfortable with this impulse entry right now, or this breakout entry, what you can do is just wait for the high to be created, wait for the pullback. And if we hold support in this area, then you take this thing up. And that'll be the safer entry. Make sense? But again, if you are taking that breakout, I think that is a safer stop loss. You could put it below this 15-minute, so a little bit closer. But we finally closed above that area, so that's good. Now gold is faking out, which is good. Getting a couple moves here. Now gold, after a 1 hour close like this, I think a stop loss above that candle might be safe for you to at least continue down into here. You guys seeing this?
Yeah.
This rejection right here is basically what I played on gold. What trade did I get? Was that this week or last week? It was this week. Yeah. Look at the 4 hour here. You can't really see it. I don't know why you can't see it right there. Yeah, you can see it right here. If you zoom in, I don't have the touch screen anymore on this monitor, but you see this 4 hour right here?
All right, GJ.
Shot up.
Yep.
Nice. Shargil, how you doing, buddy?
Yeah. It just shot up straight away. I was like, what the hell?
Nice. Yeah, like I said, I think this is good volume. So that's a spot that I'd be securing up here. Taking off a piece. I do think we could continue up here, but like I said, you could very well end up getting a pullback here and then continue up. But great job. Even though it's not the 1-to-1, at least take a little bit off. Because the market doesn't care about where your stop loss is. It's
Yeah,
gonna
that's
do
what I
what it
did.
wants. What's up?
Yeah, I did take a piss off just at the top.
Oh, Quinn, you entered that too?
Yeah.
Oh, good shit, man. How many pips?
Um, didn't see.
Probably like 14, 13, 14.
I'm gonna tell you.
I think it reached up to about 12.
12. 10
Yeah,
pips a
exactly.
day.
Yeah, 12.
10 pips a day.
Yeah, I was just about to secure and then it just went up so quickly and I just missed the chance.
Okay, I want you guys to see the trade that I took on gold this week, or earlier. I think this is the 6th, so on Monday. See this setup here? You see this liquidity grab? And then the 4-hour flip bearish and continue down? Anybody?
Yeah.
Okay. So now looking at the 1-hour right over here, right? Does does this whole setup right here look a little familiar?
Oh yeah.
This is how you play history. Now look what ended up happening with this trade. I don't have an after picture. I should have an after picture. This is why I didn't add this to the group Trello just yet, because I need an after picture. But let's see, Monday. This is on the 6th. Look at that. It ended up retesting the low. Let me actually take that real quick and add that. So wasn't necessarily a fake out, kind of was, but no, it actually wasn't. But again, you got very similar price action over here to continue down. Take this. Wait a minute after. How many pips I gain? 28 plus 20. Oh, and then I was stopped at break. Oh, that's why I didn't finish this. I had to leave. So I got stopped at break even while I was at the gym. Runner, stopped at break even. Okay, so I'll finish journaling that and add that to the group Trello for you guys. Let's see. All right, US 30. Got that strong 1-hour candle close over here. This candle doesn't have a top wick over here, which I don't like. Still bearish. I could see it pulling back into this area, but like I said, my risk management for this trade is if we close above this area over here. We haven't necessarily pushed strong enough into profit for me to, close half at break even. This is where I'm comfortable, closing. Because you enter the trade with the full expectance and being okay with your stop loss being hit like right away. Like if your stop loss got hit right away, you got to be okay with losing that money. And if you're not, you're risking too much on your trades. So I can afford to wait for price to hold some kind of a resistance right here and then continue down. I want a nice rejection. Every time we tap into this area right here, we get a hard rejection of US 30. So I want to see like a correction. I know it's kind of counter trend as we've been creating higher lows and we got a strong bullish candle there, but my intuition is telling me that, we should be rejecting this area hard. We're kind of faking this area out right here on the 4-hour and continuing right back down here. And it's basically correcting the speech from yesterday from Powell. So I want to see a correction of that move up yesterday. Take a screenshot.
Yeah, I would be taking gold if it had created a top wick. It's like that. It's I don't know.
Yeah, but you just grabbed US 30. It's
Yeah, GG.
at the same time, like you want to understand that you got 2 bullets and it's
Yeah.
only 8:10, so you want to save that other bullet for later.
That's right. We've been getting some trades regularly right at New York Open.
Yeah.
Recently.
100%. It's been nice.
Yesterday was a New York Open too.
What was that?
Yesterday the GJ trade was right at New York Open.
Yeah. Yeah, it was. It was a nice one. Nice setup, everything. You've been executing quite a bit, haven't you?
More than I used to, but still not that much.
Okay.
I believe I'm still on the fearful side where I don't execute as much as some other people.
Yeah, but that's okay. Don't compare yourself to others.
Yeah, I'm okay right now. I know I'm getting better at choosing the right trades to engage in.
That's all that matters. I don't think we have any of our German friends in here right now. I know Sydney's been busy with work and Martin is working at this time, but I got a funny did anybody see what was going on with the Chinese balloon above the US? Did you guys get that
The Chinese what?
there was a Chinese balloon, like
Oh,
spy
balloon.
balloon that was monitoring the US. Did anyone see that?
Like
Yeah,
in the
yeah,
sky?
I saw that.
It was a big white balloon and we shot it down. An
Oh
F-16
yeah?
shot it down. Did anyone see it though on the news?
No.
Nope.
I saw it getting blown up.
The news.
Footage of it getting blown up.
You saw it getting blown up? Okay. So supposedly they use those, they've had them above the Philippines, they've had them above Japan. It's like some surveillance balloon, which is
It's
I don't
like
know, like
it's
heaven.
hard. It's hard to spot on to
It's
see.
very high up, yeah.
Yeah.
So my grandpa actually sent me a the German balloon. This is the German spy balloon. We'll see if Martin and Sydney watch this one back. Serge saw it as well, yeah. Yeah, we shot it down. They're not too happy about it, China. Well, who cares? So this thing's teetering around a little bit. Let's go back to our other pairs. Great job, guys.
Yeah.
No, again, like I think safe stop loss is below this candle. You could put a stop loss below this 15-minute candle, right?
Yes,
Because anything below that is probably invalid. But at the same time, like on this 30-minute, I could see someone putting a stop loss halfway here, halfway up that candle or down that candle, whatever you want to say. I could see that. You got basically the identical bottom wick to the top wick here. Hey, Serge, are you home right now? You're not working, right?
Are you asking me or
Yes.
other guy? Yes, I just got home from work.
Oh, beautiful. Do you have any questions so far based on the price action and everything we talked about yesterday?
No, I understand.
Making sense?
Yeah.
Were you able to backtest at all yesterday with the that new plan?
Yeah, I did like 1 week, I think.
Oh, nice. There you go. And
Only my hours, not like all
yes,
day.
yeah, you don't have to. Just do your trading hours. Either London, I know you trade London and New York, so just trade in that window and then fast forward through Asian and then again go back to that window again.
Yeah, that's what I did. Yeah.
Cool. And what were your results? Were they good? You
Well,
catch any trades?
because first I have to work out my way around, simulator. But I did. How many trades I did? Just tell. Draw down. Where is it? I got 2 losing trades and 2 winning trades and 1 break even.
Okay, nice. One thing that will benefit you, and this will benefit everyone, is if you press the simulator, press play during your session, and then go through an entire week just sitting on your hands and not taking any trades, just watching trades play out, and then journaling the trades that you would have taken, the ones that like moved. Journal how you would have taken that trade, and then the next week you start executing on trades. Does it make sense?
So what do you mean? You're just watching and
Just press play on the simulator, watch the whole session play out, journal the trades on Trello, like open a new board on Trello of and you can name it back testing. Right? Like this one is live trading journal 2023. Can't really see it right now because of the tree, but journal the label this back testing, and then you can have like good wins, good losses, bad wins, bad losses, analyze trades, and that's what you would be journaling right now if you were to sit on your hands and watch the session play out, and just go through it.
first I need to work out my way around Trello as well.
Okay. Do you have any questions on it right now?
So how do you actually set up? Like if I got my account, what do I need to do? Like where I need...
So you open up Trello and you have these new boards, right? Or you have this board.
One moment, let me log in on the PC because I'm watching from the phone now. So.
Okay.
And it's very small screen. So.
Sure.
Steph, could we book a Zoom next week?
Absolutely. What day is good for you?
Is it all right if I let you know on Sunday?
Yeah. Just as soon as you can.
Okay, no problem.
Monday is filled up. Wednesday is filled up. I have Tuesday available, Thursday and Friday.
Okay, it'll most likely be on Tuesday.
Tuesday, okay. I'll put you in Geo Zoom schedule time. Wednesday the 15th. Or no, why did I do that? Tuesday the 15th. Or Tuesday the 14th. Get a little Valentine's Day zoom in.
Sorry?
I said get a little Valentine's Day zoom in.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Nice dates.
You sure Jill won't be on a date with Sammy? Where's Sammy at?
I'm gonna be with him today, Sammy.
You can be with Sammy today?
Yeah, I'm gonna go.
There you go. Awesome. Yo, guys, look at the daily on gold over here. What do we say about possibly this daily candle closing a weaker bit bullish candle and retracing over here? All right. Looking at the dollar over here, dollar closed above that area. All right. Bottom wick form breaking above. And now this candle, on the daily is starting to retrace a little bit. Look at that, executing on the fake out. But again, this candle right here could be your telltale sign that gold's going to continue down. It's just very messy and hard to trade this. So that's why I would put my stop loss above that 1 hour candle. The 1 hour wick. Here we go. We got some guys with the cameras on. Need more guys with cameras on. It's a lot better, more personable. All right, so US 30 starting to retrace a little bit over here. I want to see a hold that resistance.
Sammy get in there. Do you catch something?
Sammy? Hit something what in the market?
Yeah, I was asking Sammy.
Yeah.
He just got in.
Sammy comes into the live and then said goodbye.
Yeah.
He goes on his days. He's at Starbucks, paying $5 for a coffee.
Oh.
Dylan, what's up, brother?
Yo, what's up?
Doing
I have
good?
been just writing down some questions, like some pre-trading questions to ask myself.
Good shit. Let's hear 'em.
All right, so I have a list. It starts with is price at support or resistance? Has price just rejected a support or resistance? Have I calculated my risk? Do I know where my stop loss is? Do we have clean traffic to the left? Is my trade based on logic or emotions? Am I
Hmm.
targeting the next most recent level of support resistance? It just goes on and on.
Nice.
But
Yeah, and that list may sound long to yourself right now, but it starts to get very easy to get through, if that makes sense. Let me
yeah,
see. Same
yeah,
thing
more
with
of
this
like a
one.
second nature.
100%. It's the same thing with the one that I made you guys. I sent this to you as well.
Yep.
This one there's 10 bullet points over here and then multiple ones within that area, but it gets very, like I could go through this really quick now. If you guys don't have this, I'll send it into the I'll send this into the group. Discord. There you go.
Steph, do you have the checklist like a Word document or not?
It's just a picture. I what I did was I made it on Google Drive and then I took a screenshot of it.
Because we can make a table, and just do a checklist.
Yeah, that's a good point. Could do that on Google Sheets. All right, guys, give me 1 second. I'm just gonna use the bathroom. You. All right. Let's see what we got. So now we got a nice top wick here on the 30-minute. 30 minutes going to be closing soon. It's going to be closing a little bit weaker, which is something to keep in mind. Now I think 9:30 volume is going to bring us down eventually. Now that's just what I think, but we got to show you what we see, right? I would love to get a correction of this. Be an awesome trade.
Steph, I just hit 1-to-1 on GJ.
GJ, let's go. Hit that resistance.
Yeah, it's literally in just reverse now. You just
Okay.
all the way down.
Beautiful. Great job today, man.
Yes. So I secured 1% on that.
So you basically made back what you lost before.
Yeah. Up as
Let's
well.
go, man. Let's go. 26. Yeah. I mean, there's a bunch of you guys that are great examples of what happens when you literally just put the work in, you listen to what I'm telling you guys to do, and you just stay patient and everything. And Sharjil's definitely an example of that. You know, I see the improvement every single week. Same thing with Quinn. Charlie's really getting there. I've seen some improvement with Charlie for sure. Sammy's definitely there. You know, a couple of you guys, just came in. We're just starting out. I think Lenny, we have our Zoom today, right? Let me check my calendar.
Yeah, we do.
We do 3:30. So I'm looking forward to that. Like it's there's and then again, like the rest of you guys and everyone else in the group, it's just put the work in and you guys are gonna get there. I love the momentum that Dylan has right now. Carlos, we're getting you back. We gotta get on the Zoom as soon as possible so that we get you where you need to be.
Yeah, man, I wanted to tell you I'm available for 3:30 Eastern on Thursday.
Thursday, okay. Let's see. Thursday. I think was I reaching out to you about Thursday? Did I say that?
Well, actually, next Thursday.
Next Thursday. Okay. Um. Tuesday, Thursday. Okay. So let me. You want to do 3:30?
Yeah.
Okay. Carlos. Zoom. The 16th at 3:30. Awesome. Good stuff. Where was he? Serge, did you want help with Trello?
Yes, please.
Okay. So go to the main website. Did you open a board yet?
I registered with it long time ago, but I never use it, to be honest.
Okay. Were you able to get in?
Yeah,
Yes?
I think yes.
Okay. So what you want to do is start a new board, right? You see where it says create new board right here? All right, 8:30 just closed like a doji, but still closed bearish. Yeah. We're starting to pull back over here. Again, stop loss in a safe spot. You could argue that I could move it above that 30-minute candle right there. I'm just gonna keep it over here just so I have the patience to sit through this and you're not getting so tight and price could just pull back and then continue right back down. But if we close above this area, or I would say past the high of that candle, I'll be close at 50. But I want to see a resistance form and then 930 volume continuous down here.
Because when I log in, I see your profile. So what should I press to get on mine?
Okay. So you said you're seeing my profile? Send a screenshot into Discord if you can. Let me see what you're seeing.
How to do a screenshot on Windows?
Print screen. Should be a print screen button ID. Excuse me.
Is there some shortcut for it as well or no?
So what kind of Windows do you want?
I think it's 10 or something.
Windows 10. So go to the search bar on your toolbar and type in clip or what is it? I use snipping tool. Type in snipping tool.
Okay.
And then hit new and then copy and paste it.
But it's gonna snip everything.
It's gonna what?
It's like snip probably all 3 screens or something.
No, if you go, let me open this up. You see this button right here? Snipping
Well,
mode. You could do rectangle mode.
okay.
And then it gives you the option to clip it.
Yeah, okay. And what's happened? I snip it, so what?
And then copy. There's the copy button right over here.
Seems don't show me again.
Right here. Up top. Top right.
My one is a bit different. Save, snip, copy. Yeah, I got copy. Yeah.
There you
Okay.
go.
You put it in the chart.
Yeah, you can put it in chat. Yep. Oh, there you go. Okay. So Okay, so this is my board. So you want to create your own board or your own workspace. So I would go, let me see. Workspace. Do you have the ability to create your own workspace?
Let me try. Because I see like a current workspace, Stefanos. But I don't see
What
any
if you click on the top right hand corner in the like profile area?
Wait, hold on. Let me see your picture.
Did you create an account?
Yeah, you got to create a Trello account. It looks like you're on mine.
No, I created long time ago, I think, because I see my name there and my email as well.
Okay, so
When I get on account.
do you see this plus button? Or you don't see that plus button.
Well,
Yeah, you're in the wrong Trello right now. So I would click on the SK in the top right corner.
show me again because I look.
Go to Trello and
Yeah.
go to the top right corner and you see an SK. I'm looking at your screenshot right now.
Yeah, that's I press on it. Yes, I can see switch accounts, manage accounts,
So switch
Trello.
account.
But when I press switch account, it just show me like to log in with different email.
Okay, yeah, I would say log out and then log in with a different email or just create a new account.
What happens if you click on boards above, like when you have like Stefanos profile, you have boards, templates, home. If you click on boards all the way up,
Yeah, that's a good idea too. Click on
maybe that would
boards.
get you out of Stefanos's profile and onto yours.
Just one moment, guys. Try to log in.
You're good. Let's check out our
I
pairs.
think I need a new computer as well because when everything is open, this one is laggy.
I got you.
So if I press on boards, what's gonna happen? I can create new board or
Maybe. If I were you, I think I would just go log out and create a new account.
I can press create board, start with template, create workspace. Maybe this is what I need to press because I got this create button in the top menu.
Yeah, if you create a workspace of your own, and
Okay.
then you can create boards.
Yeah.
Should do.
Yeah, let's build a workspace.
There you go.
Let's go.
Were you able to do it?
Yeah, I think so.
There you go. So it looks like gold dropped over here.
Yeah.
All right. Guys, keep this setup in mind over here. When that candle passes the high of the previous candle and then flips bearish, passes the low of the previous and closes bearish right there with a stop loss above that candle, price should continue right back down, completing the fake out. And what do we always say about a fake out when price fakes out? There's a 70% chance that price, 70 to 80% chance that price will retest the previous support. And
So
I would
what
say,
type of work type should I create? Like CRM or others or human resources, operation, education, marketing, others?
You should have like a blank one,
hold on.
like just neutral.
Others.
Workspace. How do I create a new workspace? Create. Does it give the option to just create a board?
But I guess he needs a workspace to create a board.
Yeah, just see if there's like a blank works. Let me see. Create workspace. Workspace type. Oh, just hit other.
Okay.
Other workspace name. Just put Surge's workspace. Surge is
Yeah,
off.
for Surge FX.
There you go. And then continue.
And it's a workspace members, so I don't need this. Do it later, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I got this. Create a new board.
There you go.
And what? So this will be for the day, for the week, or for the year board title. What?
So what you could do is make it like I would name it Live Trading Journal 2023. You can make that journal. That's going to be your main journal, and each column is going to be a new week.
Yeah,
And
okay.
then you're going to create another board, and that's going to be your categorized trades board. And then actually create a third board. That's going to be your backtesting board.
So live trading journal, yeah.
2023.
Create. Okay, this is done. So
Awesome. So I would back out of that and then create a backtesting board and just name it backtesting.
now I just press create new board or something like
Yep.
this, yeah.
Yep. Right here. I got to create a new board right here.
Okay.
US 30 still teetering around a little bit here. It'll probably get some volume during 9:30.
So what you call this new board? Like backtesting board?
Back testing. Yep. You're gonna want to. Your objective right now is to collect as many journal trades as you possibly can right now.
Yeah, create this one as well.
Awesome. And now do a third one, and it's gonna be categorized trades.
Yeah.
Okay. There we go. So the categorized trades one, what I want you to do, and this is going to be the same columns for backtesting as well. Okay. I want a column right over here for good wins.
So this is, you create a card, yeah, for this?
Yeah, well, not a card. This is a card right here, right? But I want you to
Yeah.
create a new column, like right. If I go over here, add another list.
Okay.
So add a list there,
Yeah.
and that's going to be good wins. And good wins are trades that you followed your rules and you won the trade.
Yeah.
I also want you to create another list next to that, and that's going to be bad wins. These are trades that you didn't follow your rules, but you won the trade anyway. You shouldn't have many of those.
Yeah.
You're going to have good losses. This goes for all you guys if you guys don't have this yet.
Yeah.
Bad losses. And again, good losses are trades that you followed your rules, but you still lost the trade. And then
Bad
bad
losses.
losses did not follow your rules and you lost the trade.
Okay.
Which you may have a lot if you're not disciplined. Another list is going to be analyzed good wins. So these are trades that you should have taken that were part of your plan and all that stuff, or setups you've seen before, or missed trades that follow your rules.
Yeah.
Now you know how we put together setups yesterday on your trading plan, breakout and break and retest.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you're gonna, as you go throughout your trading career, you're gonna start to gather more. You're gonna start to add more setups to your toolbox, right? So analyzed experimental setups are setups that you're not too familiar with that you missed, and it's a trade that you could have taken, and you're starting to analyze these setups now.
Okay.
These are new setups you're starting to study. All right.
So how you add the screenshot to this? If you make this new card or something, how you add the screenshot?
So what you want to do is go to Trello over here, or go to Trading View, and you see this camera.
Yeah, yeah, I know how to take from this, but I mean, how you add it to the?
You
just
just
paste the link in the
you
card.
paste it into a new card. Yep.
Okay.
And there's videos on the course that you could go back and rewatch, and it's explaining how to do this whole process.
Yeah, I think I've seen it, but it's still a bit confusing because when you give it all the instructions to me now, it's easier. But
Exactly.
when you're watching you doing it, you don't really see what you press, how you do it quickly, because you know how to do it.
Well, the thing is now that I've walked you through this, now you can go back and rewatch those videos, and now those videos are going to make a lot more sense to you. Of
Yeah, exactly. Okay, thank you, Steph.
course, man. Of course. So now, if you guys missed GJ, if you guys get a support forming over here, I can see us retesting that high and continuing up. But I can also see, since we've been bearish, and we're ultimately bearish on GJ right now with a very weak UK economy, I can see that becoming a fake out and price continuing right back down. See how the 1 hour candle is starting to flip over here? All right. Gold's pulling back over here a little bit. I could see you getting like some kind of a retest here. See if resistance forms right here, and you might be able to get a nice bearish move continuing down with stock exchange open. Dollar is pulling back over here, so maybe gold ends up pulling back, and maybe this is just a deeper pullback to then continue back up. That could happen too. So remember to trade what you see and not what you think. And wait for candles to close. So right now, US 30 is still holding a resistance. I would love to see this thing start to reject. But if we start closing above this area, then I got to start managing risk, which I plan to do. Any questions, guys?
No, good, thank you.
Awesome. If you have any questions, let me know. If you guys end up taking anything else, let me know. Great job, Quentin and Sharjeel, on the trades that you guys took. But guys, have a great day. Get those check marks in. I made a new accountability sheet on what's it called? That's good. Quentin's got some nice breath for us. Oh, dude, I thought Lenny was brushing his teeth too for a second. But all right, guys, have a great day, and I'll see you guys at 1 o'clock for back testing.
Thanks
Alright.
a lot, Steph. See you later.
Absolutely. Have a good one, guys.
See you later.